Hello students, welcome once again to another section, and in this section we are looking at an expression over there. We have a minus b minus c, then being equal to 0, then also this being equal to 0, and we have to find the various or the possible values of a, b, and also c. Now we realize that if we look at the second expression over here, now a, b, and c here. Now for the expression over there, we can write the domain, right? The domain is that a shouldn't be equal to 0, b shouldn't be equal to 0, c also shouldn't be equal to 0, and therefore with that we can conclude that x, y, z it shouldn't be equal to 0, right? So if that is the case, now from the second, so let's call this equation 1 and let's call this equation 2. Now from the second part, we have a that 1 over b minus 1 over c being equal to 0. Now when we expand this, we have the LCM being ABC. So we have here to be BC, then minus AC minus, so this goes there, we have AB left, so AB being equal to 0. When we cross multiply, we have BC minus AC here minus AB here being equal to 0. So let's call this equation 3, right? Now since we have equation 3, now from equation 1, right? From equation 1 we have that a minus b minus c is equal to 0. So if that is the case, now when we square this, right? So when we square, so let's call this let's call this equation 4. So let's square equation 4. So we are squaring equation 4. So when we square it being equal to 0 squared, then what are we going to get? So when we square this, you realize that we are just going to get a squared, then plus so we are going to get minus, right? So we get minus minus ab, right, minus ac, then minus ab. So I'm just expanding this, then plus b squared, then minus b squared, then we have minus ac, then also minus bc, and also plus c squared being equal to 0. Now let's group like items. Now we have a squared here, then we have b squared there, then we have plus c squared, right? Now let's look at the like terms. A and b here will give us minus 2ab, then also a, we have a here, we have ac here, AC minus 2ac, then also we have negative bc, which will give us minus 2bc, right, being equal to 0, right? Okay, now from here we can over here we can factorize 2 out, so we can have a squared plus b squared plus c squared here, and we can factorize 2 out, so that we can have negative ab minus ac minus bc here being equal to 0, right? So this is what we're going to have. Now remember we said from equation 4 that that's from the, even from equation 1, a minus b minus c is equal to 0, right? And then also we have established that over here from equation 3, right, from equation 3 we have bc minus ac minus ab equal to 0. So we realize that it is equivalent to this, but just that bc is positive and bc is negative. So from equation 3, right, from this equation we can just make bc the subject, right? So bc here, we can have bc here as ac, right, then plus ab, right, from here. So we'll just replace it here. So we have a squared plus b squared plus c squared plus 2 here, so that our bc here, so we have minus ab minus ac, then bc here is just plus ac plus ab being equal to 0. So realize that this will just get rid of that, and this also gets rid of that, and what are we left with? We are left with 1. So we have a squared plus b squared here plus c squared, then we have plus 2 here being equal to 0, right, being equal to 0. Now So from here we have a squared, b squared, and c squared all going to 0. So we have 0 being equal to that, and that's equal to 2. So basically we have a equal to b equal to c all being equal to 0. So thank you very much for joining me in this section, and I'll see you in another section.